I just spent 100 days inside of Lego Fortnite discovering the entirety of my Lego Fortnite world on the map. And in case you were curious, this is what my entire world inside of Lego Fortnite looks like on the map. But while I was out in the wild discovering everything that my world had to offer, I realized how many interesting and unique little quirks there are inside of the Lego Fortnite worlds. And in today's video, we're going to be highlighting some of my favorite things that I found over the course of my entire exploration. And there's so much to get into, so let's jump right into my main expert mode world where this all went down. Anyway, before we jump into today's video, subscribe for all things Lego Fortnite because we're back to daily uploading. And also, I hardly shout this out, but code Kaz if you guys are buying anything in the Fortnite item shop, especially any of the Lego styles or the build kits when they come back in 10 days. Super excited for all those kits to re-release. Anyway, jumping into the video, we're already here at our first location that I wanted to show off, and it is, of course, my brand new village. And it might look like it's pretty underwhelming. You know, it's pretty empty out here on the shore, and there's really nothing to look at until you turn around and see the Lego Dreams relics. I pointed this out in a video a couple days ago when I came across it for the first time. I literally made an entire video about it, so if you haven't watched that, check that out. But anyway, in my opinion, this has to be one of the most rare things that you can stumble across in your Lego Fortnite world. I mean, the game's been out for over a year at this point, and I just found my first one a few days ago, and that was only really done after exploring a majority of my entire Lego Fortnite island. But that's not it, because right here you can see another set of these Dreams Lego relics. Again, this is just another one in a completely different location. This other one is way up here in the top left. So yeah, not only is there one set of Lego Dreams relics in my world, there's actually two. And not only that, here is our third set. And this one actually spawned in right here. After uncovering my entire map, I realized that there's this really long water portion that just cuts through the direct center of the map. So on this, I actually have two different sets of Dreams relics. So this is number 3 and this is number 4. Like I said, it's located just down this body of water. This is where number 3 was. So yeah, there was 2 in this body of water, of course, again, on the shore. But it doesn't even end there because believe it or not, this is Dreams relic site number 5. Now, there might be more in my map, but these are the only 5 that I could find. And this one is on the complete... I forget that these sand crabs even exist sometimes. But yeah, this one's on the very bottom side of my map down here. Of course, all of the other ones were above this one. But yeah, I found 5 of these crash sites. I'm not sure if there's more. Obviously, I did all of my travel to discover my entire world by plane. And for that reason, I wasn't close to the ground and I didn't really get to see every single little detail of each shore. There are obviously times during that flight where I was kind of just not paying attention. But these Dreams crash sites are just one of the many interesting things I found after exploring my entire world in Lego Fortnite. So we got more to get to. And next, I want to show off something pretty interesting and unique that I've never seen before in a Lego Fortnite world, and it brings us to the middle of an ocean. And I have it pinned, so hopefully I can find it pretty easily. But we're gonna go out this way, and hopefully it's still here. Otherwise, I'm gonna look absolutely insane. Oh, and it is here. Yes, let's go. Okay. I thought I was going crazy. I couldn't find it for a second, but as you can see, there's this weird line where the water kind of just divides in the middle of the ocean. Like I said before I came over to show this might be the most weird thing I've ever said in a video, but this is just super interesting. And I figured in a video where I'm talking about the most interesting things I've seen in my Lego Fortnite world, this little line in the middle of the ocean just looks like some sort of glitch. It's like the waves just decided to disconnect a little bit, and it's a different... I don't even know how to describe it. You guys can see it right here, though. Anyway, don't want to spend too much time because there's more interesting things to get into. Anyway, while that line in the water was pretty interesting, what I think is even more interesting is the next thing that I discovered while exploring my entire world, and it's going to be over here with these bus stations, because if you didn't know, in a recent update, Lego Fortnite made it a lot easier to find bus stations in your world, and they did this by increasing the brightness of the lights for bus stations. So when you're looking around for one, they're much easier to spot. Not only that, they also spawned a lot more natural bus stations around the world for you to discover. So between the two of those, when I was exploring my entire world, naturally, I found a ton of bus stations. And what I really found interesting about this that I wanted to highlight in today's video is if you look at all of the bus stations, you can see that they're labeled by letter. For example, the first natural bus station that I'd find would be A. The second one I find would be B. Of course, the third one would be C, so on and so forth. But obviously, there's only 26 letters in the alphabet. So once I found Z, I learned, and you guys can see, they actually just double up the letters. So as you can see, for example, we have AA, and then right next to it, we have AB. I mean, right here, I'm pretty sure I'm at bus station BM. So yeah, if you're like me and you discover your entire world, you'll go through your bus stations list, and you'll just have so many different combinations. And as you can see, I've discovered so many bus stations that I'm literally onto the C's. This is bus station CB right here. But yeah, just a little fun fact, because I'm sure a lot of you guys actually haven't found enough bus stations to show more than just one letter. But if you're ever curious on what happens after you find bus station Z, there you go. But sticking with the theme of bus stations, the next thing that I found interesting is another bus station. And right below me is sitting a naturally generated generated bus station in the Lego Fortnite world. And as you may be able to see, it spawned halfway into a rock. And that's just interesting because like I just mentioned, there was a recent Lego Fortnite update that added a lot more bus stations to people's world and just scattered them around a bit more. And yeah, with that update, it's just kind of interesting to see that they literally just kind of spawned them wherever, even if it was inside of something like a rock. There was a better example of this in my world, and I'm really bummed because I can't find it now. I looked everywhere, but you just got to take my word for it. When I was flying around discovering my entire world, I found one that was literally completely inside of a rock. This is the next best example that we have, though. Yeah, it's just something from a development standpoint that I found interesting. They really didn't care where they spawned them, even if it was inside of one of these terrains. And speaking of terrains, the next thing I found super interesting is over here on the far west side of my map. As you can see, my house is right here, but on the complete opposite side, way out in the distance, there's two little things that are still yet to be discovered. You can see the outlines of them, which means there's definitely land there. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. There's a reason I haven't gone and explored it yet, and I'm not gonna do it in this video, but I'm gonna get pretty close because you can't see them. And I'm above the dry valley still because if I fly above the water, it's raining right now, unfortunately. But even from back here, you can start to see these two islands. There's one in front of us, and then there is the other one. I'll get closer in a second, but even from here, you could just see that it's literally a full-size island with a bunch of trees. It's just super interesting that these exist, considering that there's nothing else like this around the entire island except for my two event update islands. So obviously we have Star Wars Island right here, and then we have Lost Isles right here. But these two islands on this side are very, very interesting to me because why are they there? I'm not sure, and we're unfortunately not going to know today because I'm going to save those for another video where I'll actually go discover them. And wait a sec, this cannot be real. This just can't be real. This can't be real. Is that what I think it is? It literally is. Dude, there's no way. Guys, we just found our 6th Dreams crash site here. Obviously, at this point, I think it's safe to assume there's only one layout. We got the head here. We got what looks to be the body. We've got this little captain's deck with the steering wheel. We have the tail, and then we have whatever this end piece is. But wow, we found another one, guys. Did not expect to do that in this video, but of course, as always, we do have to throw a map marker down now, which means I need wood. That way we can go ahead and throw down the map marker, and just like that, Dreams Relic crash site number 6. And should I break one of these? Guys, let me know if I should break one. I'm super curious to know what's inside. And actually, you know what? This is an update where we find things out about the map. So I feel like the time is now. Let's do it. I guess I really didn't need the map marker after all, because I am going to destroy some of these pieces. And this is kind of painful to do. But at the end of the day, we have 5 more. So I feel like this is worth us all knowing what actually happens. So let's go ahead and hit this first piece here. And it just had a little thump. It did 135 damage and it just broke. Okay, let's try this piece. It's probably gonna do the same thing, I'd imagine. Wow, wait. They just straight up break. Okay, so they don't give you anything. No granite, no wood, no nothing. Okay, let's try these other pieces. Nothing there. Nothing there. We already know what's gonna happen here. Is it even worth breaking at this point? I don't know. I feel like it is. Why not? Here we go. And just like that, there goes the headpiece. That was painful to do, and that was definitely not worth it, considering it literally gives you nothing. I basically got scammed. Anyway, let's get rid of this map marker. And we definitely got distracted, but the next thing, obviously, that we were talking about here were these 2 islands. I will be back to visit them. Subscribe so you can see when that happens, because I'm still so interested in knowing what's over there. And we just found another villager spot in the wild. This time around, we do have links here, and that's not a villager that I really want, so I'm just gonna pin this and save it for later, so hopefully we can come back and re-roll. But while I'm in the Frostlands biome, the next thing I found interesting after exploring my entire world is the fact that there's only 2 Frostlands biomes in my entire island. I don't know how that's possible. I feel like that's pretty common for most islands. I don't know if there's any that have 3, to be honest with you. The way the game is made, it might just be default that there's only 2. And while I'm talking so much about my map, I figure I'll go ahead and throw up the seed here for you guys as well. So if you wanted to play in the same exact world that you watch in my videos, here it is. I've never done a seed reveal before, but now that I've explored my entire map, I can't really get anything spoiled for me besides those 2 islands. So yeah, if you guys want to hop in and maybe play through in the same way that I do, feel free to type in that seed and play with it in your own worlds. And next up on our list, if you watched yesterday's video, you'll know exactly what we're talking about here. It is the dancing crab. Earlier, I said Dreams was probably the rarest thing in all of Lego Fortnite Odyssey, but honestly, this might take the cake. When I found it for the first time the other day, I was super confused because I've never seen that before, and I've also never seen anybody please send me a picture of them finding it in their world. I'm sure people have posted about it before, but I just personally haven't seen it myself. But yeah, just a super interesting looking build that just gets placed randomly in people's worlds. And then inside there is a chest that you can go ahead and loot for some pretty good loot. And if you guys haven't played in a while, make sure you guys are now opening those gold glowing chests because they actually drop better loot as of a recent update. And if you guys have ever ran into the same dancing crab in your world, please let me know in the comments. I'm super interested to hear. Anyway, the next thing that I want to talk about is another naturally generated... Oh, wait. No, dude, I just lost my plane in the air. I don't have a grapple with me. Bro, that's brutal. I gotta go get that. But before I go get it, let's talk about the thing that I wanted to point out. And it's right over this way, actually. It's another one of those pieces that's just spawned into your Lego Fortnite world randomly. And it's gonna be this bunker piece here. If you guys remember back in the day, you drop in what I believe was Wailing Woods. Was that the name of it? I can't even remember now. Yep, after a quick Google search, it was Wailing Woods, and there was a bunker that looked exactly like this in Wailing Woods. I'll pop up a picture on screen if I can find one, but I mean, it should look basically identical to what we're looking at here. So yeah, overall, pieces like this are just a pretty cool nod to the actual OG Battle Royale. I love that they have stuff like this. Hopefully one day we'll be able to build stuff like this, but yeah, I've broken one of these in the past, and if you break it, there's literally nothing under it, so I'm not gonna do it today. Don't want to waste another landmark since we just broke a Dreams landmark. But yeah, the next thing I found super interesting were, of course, these bunkers. But guys, at this point, I've done so much exploring. I am absolutely exhausted. If you enjoyed this follow-up video on my video yesterday where I actually explored my entire map, let me know by dropping a like. There's a few more little areas like this part of the frostlands that I need to explore, but other than that, the entire map at this point is uncovered, which is really nice. It's been your boy Kaz. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for daily uploads, and I'll catch you all tomorrow with another one. Peace.